Okay. Let me just go on to Twitch. Right, can you hear me? Yes, so that's all good. Lovely jubbly. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Is there anything else left to do? Or are we good to go? Think we're good to go. And I'll just get the chat up there. Okay. Good to go. Welcome in, everyone. Just making sure the audios are all okay. Hold on, guys. Okay, that should all be good now. Both Williams in nice and early. And that is commitment right there. Commitment. 35 laps. Here in Canada, we could see some rain, of course. Always partial to some rain here in Canada. It's never out of the equation. 35 laps, short qualifying. The standard, the usual. 14 turns here in Canada, 3 DRS zones. We've got a speed trap on the main straight. Famous turn, obviously the Wall of Champions, famously named after like 3 or 4 world champions DNF'd on this one turn. In a race, I want to say 2004, but I could be miles off. I know Schumacher was one of them. So essentially, it just 4 or 3 world champions DNF on this one turn. So it's now called the Wall of Champions. Yeah, potential to see some rain. It's a very twisty first sector and second sector. But then on that third, you got the hairpin, followed by a very long straight with a cheeky bit of DRS. So that's where we're going to see most overtakes. Sector 1, Sector 2, definitely could see some It's a bit too narrow to see anything crazy. And there definitely could be some contact between some drivers. Quite easy to DNF here when you go side by side or maybe just turn in too early to a turn. So we could see safety car, could see some rain as well. There's a certain man who's not here. Yo. There's a certain man who's not in the lobby yet, who races for Ferrari, called Zalutsky. He's currently the championship leader. Currently got 2 wins out of the first 2 rounds. Can he keep his form up in this 3rd round? And someone called Steve-O has got a quali ban. Let me have a look at what team he races for real quick. Be here yet. So you keep an eye on Zalutsky. He's not here yet, but currently showing a lot of pace. We start at 7:45, I want to say. So you got a bit of time. Got a bit of time. Is Zalutsky racing today? He's not racing today. Wow. The championship leader won the first 2 rounds, 2 wins out of 2. He's not racing today. That's big news. We're guaranteed to see a new winner in this race. And Steve-O is racing. So we'll keep an eye on what he can do from last with his quali ban. Fernando Gotonzo. Where's that? Aston Martin. I don't know what else I've expected. What a name. How did you get that name before someone else? The fact that name not already taken is fantastic. Fantastic. It's a great name. Someone from Hong Kong, apparently. I say apparently because the odds of that are quite low. It's a cold name. Yeah. I'm just surprised it wasn't already taken. How long have you had the name for? Dark Ben. Your teammate's not here, yeah. Very fast teammate as well. You're currently leading the World Constructors Championship by a fair few points, so I think you'll still lead after this race anyway, even without Zalutsky. We've had it for 5 days. Whoa. I know, only you can't have people with the same name, can you? How was that name not taken? That is crazy. Because look at everyone else's names. They have like weird, like track limits are going to be a thing. Definitely could see a few laps invalidated. The World Champions, very easy to invalidate there. What turn would it be? Let me try to think. Yeah, World Champions you could definitely invalidate on your sort of start. Turn, where is it? Hold on. Turn, what was that be? Hold on, lads. Do apologise. The final turn could invalidate there, definitely. Turn 3 and turn 4, if you turn in too early. I do that loads in time trial. Possibly turn 6 as well. But, again, possibly turn 8. But mainly World Champions turn 14 and turn 3 as well. But very early on in the lap. Either the final turn, start your lap, or one of the first few turns. 700 in the world. Good lap. Hold on, I'm gonna go right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. We don't want that mid-race to do, so I'm gonna go now before we start. I'll be right back. I do apologise. Okay, I'm back after the bathroom break. Do apologise. Steve-O with the quali ban. 3 more and we've got a full grid. Still looking decent. Red Bull, both drivers. Merc, both drivers. Ferrari with the 1. Zalutski's not here. McLaren with the 1. Visa, Cash App RB with the 2. Williams 2. Alpine with the 1. Aston Martin with 2. I need to change my name, touch name. What is that? I don't even know what it means. Is the FN Fortnite on the end? Because if so, definitely need to change that. Yeah. Get it gone. Ah, okay. When Fortnite was still good. It was go back then. Yeah, during lockdown, all I played was Fortnite, FIFA and GTA. Literally all I think I read about, and that like the agency and that, and the ghost versus something else, like henchmen and stuff. The guns were good as well. Yeah, it was a great season during lockdown. It was Fortnite's second prime, I'd say. First being the entirety of Chapter 1. That is prime Fortnite. F1, FIFA and 5M. I want to play 5M, but I've not got a PC. But I did heard rumours that it's coming to PlayStation, but I didn't really believe it. Tier 2 driver, ooh. How did you get on yesterday? Did you win? Did you do well? Or did you DNF? Never know. P7, solid points. Can't complain. Started P5. Ooh, bit annoying when you lose positions compared to qualifying. You never want to lose positions, do we, really? Lost the rear twice. Was that... What track was it for Tier 2? Yeah, there definitely could be some rain. It was Silverstone. Silverstone's always on the calendar. I've never seen the calendar without Silverstone. It's crazy. Silverstone and Spa, always there. Yeah, I hope for rain. I love a bit of rain. Corner only. As in the line? Nah, corners only is easy. Yeah, Silverstone's great. As long as you know the layout and know which way the track goes. 2 months. That's it. Whoa. 5/10 off Jarno Upmir and Zandvoort. On controller as well. What is that? So if you were to do a race with him, he wouldn't even break DRS on the first lap. That is crazy. Home track. Are you the Fernando Alonso guy? I'm on controller. I've never had a wheel, so I wouldn't know. But it's much harder to learn, get ABS off and traction off on controller, in my opinion. Because ABS, you've got to, slam and then, lift off as you turn. But to do that on, just a little joystick or with your hands, difficult. TC, a little bit easier. But if you're using no ABS on a controller, built different. One more and we've got a full grid. Come on, I love a full grid. Can we do full quali as well? Come on, I love full quali. Yeah. Use manual gears, you'll be faster, trust me, if you use manual gears. If you set them to L, the left joystick and right joystick, controller's the way. I mean, wheel brings more sort of realism, and everyone seems to be faster on wheel. But controller's great. You can be a lot more, the saves. Say if you lose the rear end on wheel, it's so hard. I find it quite easy. If you set your gear up to your left joystick and gear down to the right joystick, it's quite easy to just press L3 and R3 mid-turns. Or you could do L1 and R1. Gear up, L1, gear down, R1. But you've got to hold the controller. Where do you do that? So I never really like that. You just got to find a button that suits you, really. Who are we missing? What team? Oh, Zalutsky. He's not coming, so it'll be a reserve filling in for him if we do manage to get someone. Yeah, I have no idea how they do it. I'm on controller for a good year and a half now. And the fastest I've ever been is not fast, put it that way. My best time trial lap is top 2%. I've never been top 1%, so fast with auto gears. Yeah, because with auto gears, for certain turns, especially Silverstone turn 1, auto gears will keep you in gear 8 for that, and cops will keep you in gear 8 for that. But you want to downdrift to gear 7 for both of them. And while it's still possible on auto gears, it sometimes doesn't let you. It sometimes go down and back up. But if you're on manual gears, you can stay in gear 7. Especially cops, it's really annoying on auto gears to shift down, because sometimes it goes back up for you, but you're just stay in 7. You can still shift, yeah, but sometimes it will just go down to 7 and back up to 8 immediately. and the 7 again, so you lose a fair bit of time doing all that. Yeah, definitely. And you just have, like, you can choose the correct gears, because sometimes the game doesn't choose the correct gears. And sometimes it may shift down too late. Especially if you're mid-turn, I might not just make it. It might shift down too late. We've not got a full grid. There's only one person in the Ferrari. What a shame. Yeah, but third is much better. Third, yeah, less wheel spin. Traction off. F1 22 was my first ever F1, in fairness. Okay, here we are for qualifying to set the grid for this Tier 3 race here in Canada. Championship leader, not racing today. Zalutski, P1 in the championship, is not here. Big news. Steve-O in the Red Bull has a quali ban, so we won't see him out on track today, but hopefully we'll see all other 18 drivers out on track as they all fit their setups to get ready to go. Do we need tyre? Aston Martin, very quick out there. Is that Fernando? Is that Fernando Goat Alonso? The first out. Oh, I need the... It is lovely weather. Yeah, completely dry. Is it dry for the race as well? Can someone let me know? That's really loud. Oh my word. Hold on. Oh, it starts wet. That is lovely. That is lovely. I'll do. I like it where you like it. It's much easier on full TC. I mean med TC than it is on no. So if everyone else is on no and you're on med TC, you can just slam the throttle and zoom past their run. It can sometimes be really good aid. Steve-O retires with his quali ban. He might not even start last if someone invalidates all their laps. As we head on to the main straight where most overtaking going to be done come race time. I usually say race day, but it's the same day, so come race time, I guess. Some last minute weaving from Fernando as he starts his lap now. Well, not yet. The final turn now. World champions. We're right on board with him. Let's see how he does. He's going to be the first across the line by a mile as the Red Bull behind him have marked almost lost a lap. Very neat so far. It's a good first sector. 19-1. Or as he invalidates there, heading into, what, turn 7? Would that be? Let me get the track back up on my phone. Hold on, boys. Yeah, turn 8 as he invalidates. Aston looks like looking at the best car. Asmar is still valid. Not a great hairpin. Pretty slow on exit. He must be running a fair bit of downforce. Comes to the final turn now. Don't invalidate. He doesn't. He will complete the first lap. Set a benchmark of a 1 minute 10.7. Immediately beaten by Turtle Master in the Merc, with 1 minute 9.1. Nearly in the 1 minute 8. For a first lap, that is lovely. We've seen a lot of invalidations early on. DeLuca, is that that's an outlap? He must have invalidated on pretty early. 194, but invalid. Yeah, I was on board with you. We all saw the invalidation. Oh, that Ferrari sounds horrible now. They've ruined the sound of the Ferrari. Ferrari engine sounds horrible. But the kick driver, we'll call him Neb. That's much easier. We'll just call him Neb. Goes P3. Ferrari engine sounds like an F2 engine. Worse, the F2 engine sounds meaty. I like the F2 engine, but this just sounds like a washing machine, really. No one on a lap other than... Well, yeah, we have two people on the lap, but the first across the line will be Vex Archie in the Williams. Saved most of his battery for this main straight. He'll have a lot of battery left to drain it for the straight F6 and F5 sound. Pretty much. If there was an F5, that's the engine there. As he does do exactly that. Drain his battery. Try to save 10% for after the turn, which he does. Oh, I turned in too early. I saw that coming before it happened. Invalidated lap, which would have been... He set none to ERS though, so you won't see a jeopardization. The Haas pits. So no one on a lap. What is this, guys? Come on. No action for me whatsoever. It's not very nice, guys. I don't appreciate it. Can someone come out on a lap, please? Ben Formula, here we are. Starts his lap now. We see, okay, most people on the lap now. Who's going to be first? We haven't... it is going to actually just be... Maybe... So, not the Red Bull. Will we see a McLaren? Maybe. Or is that starting his lap, Ivan? Yellow flag on the main straight, probably just letting a few cars through, a bit of weaving. Look at that hairpin there. 4 cars. All in one hairpin. Very bad final turn there, in fairness, from Ben. But he's going to put him 4th for his first lap. Oh, that sounds horrible. King Beers goes 5th in the Williams. Williams. Ronald, P8. Whoops in the Alpine, or is that Robin? Who did what there? Right on board with Ivan in the McLaren. Much better sounding engine than the Ferraris, the Mercedes is. As he puts that McLaren P8. Fernando starts his lap now. Vex Archie invalidated his first lap in this same turn here, was it? The Alpine sounds terrible as well. The Merc is the only good sounding engine, I swear. Red Bull's the best, actually. Red Bull sounds the best, in my opinion. Dark Ben starts his lap now. Fernando Gotonzo, though. Honda was better last game, definitely. Runs the final chicane, nice and neat. Comes to the line to go fastest. Provisional pole with 10 minutes left here in qualifying. 1 minute 9.1. It's a good first lap. We'll go on board with Dark Ben. Yet set a lap, needs to carry the Ferrari boys here as his teammate's not here today. Fernando Gotonzo. Provisional pole. On controller. Assists. Oh, Dark Ben. Sorry. I'm trying to be quiet. I'm eating a chicken burger. I do apologise. Dark Ben, a bit of a slidey rear end on the hairpin. That was quick though. On the final chicane. If he didn't make the mistake on the hairpin there, he definitely might be on provisional pole. DeLuca. Yeah, them two in a league of their own. Literally. Anyone on laps? Come on. SFKE is. It's a very tricky name. Not being very nice to me. But he invalidates his lap. No, I'm not even gonna try. Nope. No point trying. His teammate. Wait, hold on. Right, you can hear me now. I do apologise. Fernando, are you in chat now, mate? Can you beat that 1 minute 8? The 1 minute 8. Who do you reckon's getting pole out of you two? Because you're in a league of your own. P3's nowhere near you. Never going to beat that. Is that sarcasm or? We'll ride on board with Robin. In the beautiful looking Mercedes, might I just add. Love that livery. Maybe a 1089. Oh, so you don't believe you can beat it? You believe that's going to be the front row? Never doubt yourself. Never doubt yourself. It's going to be a good battle pole, though. I'm going to ride on board with you for your entire last lap. The battle for pole position. It's looking spicy. Robin half a tempo up on his last time. Starts are always good. They're quite easy on control, in fairness. They're much easier on control than they are on wheel. As Turton Laster retires from the session, he believes he's done all he can, and he's not going to go for a final run. His teammate, however, currently half a tempo up on his lap. Can he find more just to sneak into that? He needs 1 millisecond to get P4. He's invalidated on the final lap. He would have found a 10th. I didn't even notice there was a millisecond splitting P4 and P5. That's always cool. Can he charge the battery enough to go for another lap? And are the tyres going to be in good enough nick as well? Who knows? Only time will tell. Here we go, we're right on board with Neb. As he starts Sector 2 now. Pretty slidey. Not the best. He found himself in last out of all the people who have set times. Oh, I don't know how he's not invalidated there. That was close. Currently just under 3/10 up as he... Whoa, but he does invalidate there though. And he might have enough battery to go again if he sets it to none. Get off hot lap, set it to none, mate, set it to none. What's he doing? Looked at that corner. Well, the only man really you can stop Turtle Master getting pole is currently out for his out lap. As DeLuca goes P6. Did he improve? I don't think so. Oh, someone who has improved though is Dave, goes P4. It's a good lap from him. Not quite into the 1 minute lines, only 3 into the 9s. These three in a league of their own. As Mar doesn't find enough time to improve at all. Is anyone... There's a McLaren maybe? Who's invalid, so we will go on board with Fernando as he looks. He needs to find roughly 2.5 to about 3/10 to get pole. Let's see if he can do it. DRS flap wide open. Turn 1, keep it clean. Turn 3, just late on the throttle. Don't lose the rear. Turn 4, don't invalidate. Don't turn in too early. I know you want to use all the track. Oh, that Haas was awkwardly placed. And is he going to blame the Haas for that? He's avoided his lap. He's avoided the lap and retired. We can get a mid-quality interview from the man himself. Fernando, are you blaming that on the Haas there? The awkwardly placed Haas, or just not enough time through the first 3-ish turns? Or a bit of both. As Zongo also got a heart attack, so you are blaming it on the Haas. What was your delta from the first 3 turns? Were you improving or looking to improve? Or was it a mix of both? You being too slow, or the Haas has that been invalidated his lap? As Mar won't improve. Ben is, but slightly, literally nothing. Ooh, so you definitely could have improved if that Haas was better placed, yeah? No idea what the Haas was doing, why it was there. It's a silly place for a car to be, but maybe he just saw you too late and couldn't do much, but he should really be on the other side of the track. It's fine though. Yeah, you'll jump him on the start apparently, yeah? There's Ben Formula, the last man probably to come to the line, invalidates. We've seen a lot of invalidations in that turn. I said there'd be a few, but that many was not expected. Yeah, qualifying pretty much done. Everyone set a time, other than Steve-O with the quali ban, so keep an eye on him from last. Unsure how much pace he has, but it'd be quite fun to see. That is the front row. Turtle Master and Fernando Turtle Master about 2.5 tenths clear of Fernando. I'm gonna wait for the graphic to change. Then I'll screenshot as well the results in case anyone wants them. It's Turtle Master on pole by 2.5 tenths pretty much. It's a Dutch front row though, in fairness, with Fernando in P2. Zon, we'll just call him Zon, P3 miles off P1 and P2. They're in a league of their own. Followed by Dave and the Haas, Start Ben, and then Robin, DeLuca, Ben, and Mar, and Whoops round off the top 10. So bad at this track. ERS just put in a little, awkward. It wasn't good, was it? Not a good qualifying. But it is wet at the start. It is Inters. Rest in peace, ERS. We will see the Inters come out for the start. It's not full wet, definitely not. I can't tell by the tyres. Rest in peace, Longo. Yeah, miles away from P1, P2. They're going to just crawl away with it for the race. Yeah, it's definitely Inters. This is not full wet rain, from what I can see. I love how the fans don't even care. No raincoats or nothing, just firm in the heat. Rain, let's go. What's your EA game? What's your EA game tag again? I'll keep an eye on you for the race. If you're such a rain master, then you know. Chaos into turn 1 for sure. It's a very tight turn 1 as well. It's a very tight left-hander, and then the right-hander. And then again, another very tight right-hander. Just spectating. You're not racing? Who was it who said they were good in the wet? Was it you? Oh, you're the tier 2 guy, yeah. Tier 2, bro, yeah. We get underway for the formation lap. Mediums? What? Surely this is Inter's conditions, right? You're not a red racer. Surely this is Inter's. No, surely. Hards. Let's look at these tyres real quick. Surely it's Inter's, right? The strategy's medium hard for sure. But yeah, you're gonna get no temps to the tyres. This is gonna be a crazy start. The tyres are gonna have pretty much no temps, and it's gonna be very slippy as well. Surely this is Inter's conditions, right? This is not a slick condition. Yeah, medium hard is a strategy, I would assume. I would assume. But I don't know. I guess not. This is fun. Yeah, definitely, in fairness. How much can I get rid of? I can get rid of that. Everyone boxes for lap 1. You can box now, technically. The engineer would be like, no point. But you can box on the formation lap. But will they is the question. Top Master doesn't. Yeah, hungry cargo, yeah. Yo, my mic is terrible. That's not good timing at all. As you're underway here in Canada for tier 3 to good start from Turtle Master. But Fernando's going to try around the outside into turn 1, and he gets the lead here in Canada. We see a bit of damage in the back down there. It's a great start from Fernando on the hards as well, compared to the mediums of Turtle Master as he leads this race. We see a lot of damage happening in the back. Who's had a bad start? Let's have a look. Where is it? Wait. It's Dave, qualified P4. He's an incident, and his last he's going to retire, isn't he? Oh, just look at the conditions. Yeah, hard, medium, hard. But these hards must have no temperature, no heat whatsoever in these tricky conditions. Oh, listen to that wheel spin. Shocking. Are we going to see anyone pit? No. Really? The engineers were telling them that it's still slick conditions, and the rain's only going to get lighter as Turtle Master is very eager to get past it on the better tyres, but I'm not sure it will mean all too much in this condition. We see a few into the pit, ERS and Whoops. Yeah, I mean, just look at these conditions. As Dave and Ronald follow them to into the pit. Are they foxing? Are they going to pit for the inters? Yes. Ronald has. Dave has not. EOS has. Whoops has as well. So out of the three out of the 4 who boxed have gone for inters. The only man not on the inters is Dave, who's gone for the mediums. But the rest are on inters. Will we see any more coming for the change? Not much going on at the top, really. Ivan with a great start, staying with Red Dog. But Fernando, the man of the moment so far, got the lead into turn 1 round the outside. It was a great move as well. Fantastic move. Clean racing as well. We love to see it. Oh, but Turtle Master was so much more pace on the exit there. But it's not long on a straight to do anything. We see Dark Ben into the pits. Is he going to fit the inters? It's a set of hards for him on that new Ferrari. Wow. I mean, look at the rain. This surely is not slick condition. But I guess it's... See, look, yeah, Whoops is going fastest, but I'm going to assume that the rain is getting lighter every single lap. So they're just going to stay out. The 20 seconds is not worth it, I think we're going to assume. When Whoops closes the gap to Archie, we're going to ride on board and just see the difference. And we look at the gap between Whoops and Archie. It's ridiculous. McLaren there, having a few issues in Sector 1. Or Ronald. Yeah, I mean, Whoops is just so much faster than Archie on them inters. Archie on the slicks. So the inters are faster than the slicks at the current moment. But is the rain going to get... Look at the grip difference between this Alpine and Williams. Between the inters and the slicks. So it is definitely inters condition, but I'm going to assume... Whoa! As we see the Red Bull Steve-O there, struggling in the conditions, losing the rear end off into the grass. He goes. I think he's kept the car at the wall though, and won't have any damage. It didn't look like he had too much damage, but these inters are definitely fastest, but going to assume that the rain is getting lighter. It is anyway, I can tell the rain's getting lighter. But Whoops is flying currently. So I'm getting sidetracked. I'm going to assume that it's going to dry out soon enough. That the 20 seconds it takes to change the inters to the slicks, or the slicks to the inters, isn't worth it. Because keep in mind, whoa, even Whoops is still struggling on the inters. As we see the Haas and the kick, bang wheels there. But yeah, because you keep in mind, Whoops has the box as well. All these lot around him don't. Whoops has got to fit the slicks when it dries out. Everyone is already on the slicks. And then he's got to fit the slicks again. So he's added a pit stop to his race time. But he's also added the right tyres. But is it going to be enough? As the rain is getting lighter. I can definitely tell it's getting a bit lighter. We're not seeing a dry line as of yet though. So Inter's still definitely going to be faster. As this fight at the top is still great. Zongo, Turtle Master and Fernando, after just 5 laps, are 10 seconds clear of P3. This is fantastic racing between these three here. No one going for any moves at the minute though, it's all stayed the same, but just look at how slidey that rear end is in these conditions. You've got to be so gentle on the throttle. It is unbelievable, man. Yeah, these lot in a league of their own, really. At this rate, they're going to start lapping people, really. But what a chaotic start it has been to this Canadian Grand Prix. Cars going off everywhere. No one really knows what strategy's best. But the majority are hanging onto these slicks. These cold slicks, definitely cold. Is that the right call, though? Only time will tell, as we see Shefke and Ben scrapping gear for P5. Is that DRS? DRS is still enabled. That I did not know. DeLuca with the time penalty, 2 seconds time penalty. I did not know that DRS was still enabled. So the game does think that this is slicks conditions because they get rid of DRS when Inters seem fastest. But the Inters are fastest anyway, as we see there Robin with the fastest lap, and the second fastest lap is another man on Inters called Whoops. So the Inters are definitely faster, they definitely have more grip, but DRS is still enabled. So it's a bit of a confusing one really, isn't it? It's a bit of a strange one. And look at these three. Not a car's width separates them from one another. You couldn't fit a car in there if you tried. DRS, Fernando, a sitting duck. But is his sitting duck going to get his elbows out? He doesn't even need to. As Turtle just doesn't have the pace even with the DRS. But he'll get it again here. Surprisingly, no idea why DRS is still enabled. I'd disable it if I was the FIA. But I guess that's why I'm not, you know. As Fernando holds on for the lead for another lap, probably. As Turtle Master just seems to be at the exact same distance. They seem to be the same pace. The gap always seems to be 5 tenths. And because of the DRS, Zongo can't go for a move on Turtle either, because Turtle has DRS. So it's staying pretty similar. But if Fernando managed to break DRS on Turtle, then Zongo, I think, will definitely be looking at a move on Turtle. And it must be so difficult to not get track limits in these conditions. Oh, but Turtle closed the gap a little bit by 10. Can he get a good run out of this hairpin? A fair bit of wheel spin there. He's got pretty similar exits though. But look at the DRS, it just isn't doing enough. That extra about 12-20 miles an hour, just not doing enough at all. But that's a bad exit from Fernando, and it could be now. We see Turtle maybe go for a move down the inside into turn 1. No, he has a little look, and the slicks now pass as the rain is gone. The rain is completely gone. We'll see the people on the Inters, like Whoops, like Robin, box now. I said very soon. They're coming in now though. So is Ben Formula. As Whoops had a little look there, you can see he had a look, but then backed out for one more lap. And in doing so, he got a time penalty for that. As we see anyone in to start to fit the slicks once again. So, well, Whoops came out I think he was 17th, 16th when he pit. If he's any higher than that, it's a good strategy call. Put it that way. Because you got to judge whether the 20 seconds you lose in the pit lane, even though it's the... You still lose a good 18 odd seconds here in Canada. As we see the McLaren and Kick having some great will to erasing the P5. Still, even with Shefke, with the second time penalty, is not backing down from this fight with the McLaren here. We love to see it. As Zongo and Turtle still, for another lap, separated by like a second. Zongo is probably, maybe like 8 tenths. And Zongo is going... I need a new mic, man. I need a new mic. The yellow flag still is who is Whoops, isn't it? Yeah, what is going on with Whoops here? That was a long yellow flag, but does he have damage? His car's fine. He must have just spun, as he does pit for the slicks now. I assume the hards. Is it possible to make the hards go to the end? What do we reckon? I'm going to say no. But P3, top 3 in a league of their own, now 21 seconds in P4. That is a whole pit stop. I get paid the 4th of October. I might buy a new mic then. I'm going to buy the new FIFA and buy a new mic. Because this mic is shocking. Cuts out so often. But can Fernando cut through? Hards have not been laced off safety car. Yeah. Fit the hards. Maybe at least a safety car and you can fit the softs. If not, try bring the hards to the end. Did he fit the hards? What did Whoops go for? He did go for the hards. Okay. Smart choice there. Whoa! Fernando is now in P2. I don't remember what happened. I wasn't even looking. I don't know why. And he's making a few mistakes as they are starting to lap cars. Wow. These three are... We're 11 laps in and they're already starting to lap cars. See, the Alpine again. This is Elite Racing though, at the hairpin. No, is it Whoops again? One of them Alpines keeps messing up at the hairpin. Look at how close Dongo is though, but there's a DRS chain, so it doesn't really mean anything. And is Ronald giving DRS? He is giving DRS to Turtle. Turtle will be thanking Ronald for doing that. And Whoops retires with a crash, is that? Or is that a pit box time? That's a pit retirement. Whoops heads into the pits to retire. The McLaren really should just move there because the Ghost can sometimes get in your way of the braking zones and virtual safety car though. It might have been an on-track retirement actually. It's on the main straight though, so I wouldn't assume so because I'm not sure how you've crashed on the main straight. I'd love to hear from Whoops. With the VSC is out, the virtual safety car. It saves our main man Bernd Mylander, a job. Will Turtle come in for the hards? It is kind of around his optimal pit lap. It's definitely in his pit window. I think he will come in for the hards. I think he will come in for these hards. It's a little bit early. He's not. Because to be fair, it is pointless. Because the gap to DeLuca's massive anyway. Either way, he's going to come out P3, no matter what. So he's going to hold on to the medium for a little longer. The back racing again. This McLaren needs to move, man. Steve-O's out. That's on track. And that being at the safety car. Where is that? That's at the World Champions. He's sort of gone straight on, really. Can we see who's close to the World Champions? Can we see what's happened there? Well, right on board with Robin, but the car has despawned. It's around, like, on your right here. I think he might have gone in, turned. I don't know. It was before the actual turn. So again, another unusual DNF. But I think Turtle will definitely come in now. Or someone from the top 3 will, surely. DeLuca has. He's coming to fit the mediums to go to the end. Same with Dark Ben, the hards to the end. We see a fair few cars in. King Beers, mediums to the end. Ben, hards to the end. Mar, hards to the end as well. But we see anyone on the top 3 coming. Zongo got a time penalty. What happened there? No, that could... Whoa. How are you getting a time penalty on the safety car? Come on. And we do see the top 3 onto the pit. Advantage to Turtle Master though, as he comes in the pit leading, and he's going to be on the better tyres. Because the mediums to the end is going to be quite difficult. But hards to the end, definitely doable. So advantage Turtle Master. He's in the lead. He'll control the restart. And he's got the better tyres compared to P2, P3. For the long run. For now, these are the better tyres. But to go to the end, it's definitely going to be advantage Turtle in that Mercedes. Let's just check the Discord. Anyone complaining? Chat, here we are. Hold on. Last 2 corners, I can't say. Robin in the Mercedes complaining about the last 2 turns. Saying you just can't seem to do the World Champions. He's still in the race though, so he's not DNF as of yet. But he's not too happy with himself so far. I've been pinged somewhere, I don't know where. Oh, okay. So, what an interesting first half of this Grand Prix there. The rain made things so difficult for every driver out there. I mean, the top 3 in the league of their own, but even they'll admit that start was difficult. But now they get to cool down a little bit, relax their nerves. While the safety car clears up the damage of the Steve-O crash. We've seen a lot of penalties here. 16 for Neb, a drive for King and DeLuca, and the rest with 3 seconds over then Chef Key with the 9 seconds. Ooh, we can just cool down, breathe, relax our nerves, and get ready for the restart. Zongo, he's still here. He still has the same pace as the 2 ahead of him. But the time penalty is going to really damage chances at a P2 or a P1. I think he'll definitely get a podium. But whether he gets anything more than a P3, he'll have to hope these others might get time penalty as well. But Fernando and Turtle definitely going to be fighting for the win on this restart. None of you may care, but if there are a few football fans here, I'll update you on the Champions League scores. Brest are currently beating Salzburg 4-0. How are they doing that? That's quite an even... It's quite an even... I say currently, the game finished 4-0. Arsenal are 1-0 up against PSG. 30 minutes played. 30 minutes played in all games. Barca winning 1-0. 0-0 by AC Milan. 3-1 to Dortmund against Celtic. Inter winning 1-0 against... PSV winning 1-0 against Sporting. Arsenal, and City winning 2-0 so far as well. In the Championship, is Preston playing? No, so I don't really give a shit. Newcastle currently half-time 0-0 with Wimbledon. But yeah, the big games: Arsenal winning 1-0, Bayern winning 1-0, City winning 2-0, Dortmund winning 3-1. Watching PSV Arsenal. PSV and Arsenal? Wait, or watching PSV Sporting. I might not have read it right actually. The chat came and went pretty quick. Let me read what you said again, hold on. PSV Sporting, okay. Oh, and as I say that, Newcastle have just scored to make it 1-0. A penalty, Fabian Schär. So they're winning 1-0. PSV Sporting 1-0. Yurdi Schutten goal. Definitely butchered that name. Safety car going to be in this lap. The damage has been cleared. Oh, that was close, boys. As these two look to go, racing for the win once again. Don't count out Zongo though, even with the time penalty, because these two might get some as well. And he's definitely got the pace to do it. But the hards on restarts are so bad. The hards are terrible on restarts. And I mean terrible. So Fernando has the advantage for now. But can he take the mediums to the end? We're back racing now. Turtle with the better tyres to go long distance. Fernando with the better tyres to get past now. So it's now or never for Fernando. He can't afford to wait behind. He needs to get past and build a gap now while he's on the better tyres, while he has the advantage. But can he do so? DRS won't be enabled for another lap. Shevsky, little incident in turn 3 there. He's back racing though. Any damage? Possible damage on his front wing? We'll have a look now. He's missing half of it. Wow! Possible damage? No. How about missing half of the thing, mate? Whoa! Fernando, very shaky rear end of his car there. As long as he stays within DRS, a little lock up from Turtle, which loses him a little bit of time there. Lost him about 2/10 to Fernando. Can't afford to be doing any of that, because that will wear the tyres slightly as well, and it's quite a long way to go still on this Grand Prix. We're just about halfway, as DRS will be enabled this lap now, but not yet. As Fernando's the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far. That's better than some quali time. Some people didn't even get to the 11.8 in quali. He's doing it in the race. He's built different. Shevsky retires in the pit lane. No, that is a pit lane retirement because his car is moving, so yes. Oh, Fernando! And that's what I'm talking about with Zongo. If anyone having his time penalty, he can hold on and maybe get past them. So Fernando possibly may have ruined chances at a win here, unless Turtle has to get the time penalty as well. But so far, advantage definitely Turtle. But looks up again in the hairpin. He is wearing his front right ever so slightly every time he does that. It's not a smart idea at all. But Fernando with the DRS has the run on. And it's going to be quite an easy move. He's going to be able to go back on the racing line. Not even need the inside line to get past Turtle for the lead of the Grand Prix. Can you also hear me well? A 1:11.2. Jeez. Yeah, can you also hear me? My mic's still working? Hope so. Dave's out. That's a pit lane retirement for sure. He had a pretty stinker where he was like a minute away from the guy ahead of him. Fernando and Zongo will be praying that Turtle must get a time penalty. They'll be praying, crossing their fingers and toes in their sim, hoping that Turtle gets a time penalty. Easily done here in Canada to get time penalty, so don't count Fernando or Zongo out for the win. Turtle has a little look to see if he's got the pace, but that would have been quite the move he went for that. He'll have the pace now though with the DRS on the pit lane straight. He'll have the inside line for turn 1, but Fernando will have the inside line for turn 2 and turn 3. As Zongo is going to get involved in the back there as well. Can Zongo get to P2 with the inside line as well? It's Fernando in the lead. Can Zongo do something? Oh, that was so close to contact there between Turtle and Zongo. But it stays the exact same somehow. Fernando in the lead, Turtle P2, Zongo P3. I have no idea how you've not seen a collision or a change in order there. As Arsenal scores now to make it 2-0. Bukayo Saka and Havertz with the previous goal. 2-0 to Arsenal now against PSG. Mid-race football updates. Another lock-up in the hairpin. His tyres must be hating him for that. He's quite far away, even with the DRS. All those penalties, crazy, isn't it? Jeez, yeah. But everyone else could do with Turtle getting one. Zongo and Fernando need Turtle must to get time penalty as well. Turtle not enough pace to go for one down, means like he did last lap. 19 seconds for Neb. Yeah. Bonkers. How do you actually manage that? 19 seconds. You should be getting 6 seconds max. Max 6 seconds. 3 seconds is normal. But 6 seconds, anything more than that, whoa. These three have been so close. 0, mate. I'm not that good. Nah. Special controller with my settings? Nah. Just colour within the lines. I'm autistic, I can't do that. I'm going over the lines every time. Yeah, these three have been so close. The entire, not a second separated them ever. From lap 1 to lap 22, these three are really on for it. It's been a great race. I have never seen this ever, a bit less risk in the cornering. I have never seen this ever. Three cars being so close the entire race. I might have just gave it the commentator's curse there, because the race is not over yet. Whoa, bit close there. Long total of similar pace every race. Good to see, definitely good to see, yeah. The Canter to go for a move on the main straight with the DRS. Into the World Champions. No, but he'll be very close for turn 1 now. Get a good exit. Get the DRS again. He's going to be close into turn 1. Close enough to go for a move? No. Whoa, very slidey front end there for Fernando. Nothing too crazy though. As you see another yellow flag in the hairpin. What are people doing in the hairpin? What are they doing? Doesn't just keep close. Definitely, yeah. But he needs to also know how to get past for the win. The McLaren into the 1 there, turn 3. Ronald, little incident. Again, not enough pace, but it's a much better exit. He has the advantage even without the DRS. He's got to get the lead now, right? And he tries down the inside, but Fernando has so much more pace on the outside as they touch wheels a little bit. And it's the exact same as previous laps. Zongo, no. Wow. Geordie diving well, definitely. He qualified like P17 as well, P17. In P8, no time penalties. He's doing well. But these three, again, Turtle tries to go for it again into turn 1 down the inside. But Fernando just knows how to hold it around the outside. Oh, and Zongo and Turtle have a little scrap there. I think that was a bit of grass, not damage. Zongo can get past, and maybe he wants to go for the win. As everyone with the time penalty now lock up again from Turtle and the hairpin. This has been a crazy race between these three. What it seems to be is Turtle goes for a move into turn 1, but then Fernando just chucks it around the outside and then has the inside line for the next 2 turns. So maybe Turtle needs to try around the outside rather than the inside, but he's going to go for it again down the inside, but this time he's just a bit more ahead. He's got to do it. Oh, and Fernando has been spun round. Wow. I have no words. Whose fault is that? I don't know. Fernando was pretty far away. He only just about had his front wing to the side of Turtle's rear tyres. Only just. Maybe he should have backed out. It was definitely a bit too eager from Fernando, but Turtle maybe could have left a bit more space. I don't know. We'll see what the verdict is after the race. But for now, it's Turtle in the lead and Zongo P2, and Fernando's fallen to P4. He won't have any damage, I won't assume. Damage? No. Yeah, I wouldn't assume so. He could get past Dark Ben, but he's probably not in for the win anymore. But I'll tell you who is Zongo and Turtle still. Zongo will be quite happy with that incident. It put him into P2. He'll be happy with that. And now, the guy ahead of him will have DRS. So that has worked out wonderfully for Zongo, because he wasn't involved at all. So he got safety car? Who's out? What happened there? No one's out, no one's stopped on track. No one's DNF'd. Right, someone's hit the wall. Speeding, what are you doing, mate? Someone's hit the wall then, surely. Oh, that Red Bull. The Red Bull has no front wing. What are you doing, Ma? Yeah, the penalties are crazy. Can DeLuca stop speeding on the safety car? This guy, bro, keep speeding on the safety car. Just don't speed. He did it the first one, done it again. Retired, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Just don't speed, bro, it's not hard. Freaking hell. Look at the penalties. Again, King Bears, just don't speed. It's probably the easy to just brake. If you're a brake delta, just slam on the brakes. It's not hard, man. Like, come on. I'll tell you what though, Ivan could do something. Currently with 0 penalties, everyone ahead of him with 3 seconds. That puts Fernando back in the occasion, who boxes for the softs, I would assume. Same with Ben, same with Tussle, same with Zongo. Softs. Is everyone on the softs? Soft tire stop. Yeah. So, oh, Ben's gone for the medium, same with Ivan. And King Beers. Robin on the hards. Whatever works for you, mate. Oh. Oh, some time penalties. So now we're going to see the softs be used a bit. Yeah, Fernando now back in the equation for a podium. He'll get past Dark Ben pretty easily, I'd imagine. Because Dark Ben's on their mediums, the softs will be much better than the mediums for sure. Second safety car. We'll have about 5 to 6 left of racing, I'd say. We won't have too much racing. Which is quite funny. Let's look at the chart. Anyone else can play in? Double laps. Someone who 5 laps. Yeah, after safety car. 5 laps of racing. Some guy got lapped twice. Dave, the Haas. Jesus. Got lapped twice from starting P4. Whoa. That's not a great race. That's going to be chaotic. Yeah, 5 laps to decide who wins. I need a new mic so bad. I was saying, 5 laps. That's like half a sprint to decide who wins the Canadian Grand Prix here in Tier 3, Round 3. Half of a sprint to see who wins. Wow. Time penalties from 7th onwards are the exact same. And the only person with no penalties is man like Geordie, qualified P17, the main man himself, the owner, running an 8th with no penalties. That's how it's done. Right there. Let's have a look at who's gained what. Ivan, good race. He started P13. ERS started 17th. He's in 9th. I'm in 8th. Gained 9. Ben's gained 3. The other Ben has gained 2. Got 2 Bens here. Got a dark Ben and we got a Formula Ben. Safety car will be in the next lap, not this lap, but the one after it. Zonga must be so eager to get racing now. Must be so eager to get racing. Pardon me, quite tired. But this race is not boring at all. Turtle, Zongo and Fernando have been so close the entire race until Fernando had that incident with Turtle that spun him round. Who's to blame? We'll see after the race for sure. Come on, safety car, get in. I don't know what to say. Hold on, let me do some maths real quick. in this lap, okay? Six laps of racing to decide the winner. That is 25 kilometers of racing. That's the maths. It's 4.3 per lap. So 25.8, should I say, kilometers. Oh, well, what's going on there then, boys? Whoa! Has Turtle gone? We're back racing. That was early restart there, but it's worked a charm. Zongo didn't see it coming at all, and he's 1.2 away, and Dark Ben's going for the move down the inside. Now around the outside, he's not going to get it done. Fernando back there as well, but Zongo with a shocking start. Turtle's 1.4 away. Oh, more contact between Fernando and Dark Ben. Turtle went so early, and no one saw it coming. But it's worked. And because of the incident with Dark Ben and Fernando, Zongo is now 1.3 ahead of them two. 1.7 away now, 1.8. Has he got damage? Or is he just building a good gap? He's building a great gap. Turtle Master's flying here. He's looking good for the win. Fernando right behind Dark Ben. Doesn't even need DRS. He's going to go for it anyway. Into the World Champions. He'll get back onto the racing line. Pretty easy move. Nicely done. Even without DRS. Turtle with a 1:10.5. Was pole 1:88 and he's doing 1:10.5s. DRS enabled, but it won't make much difference for Zongo, as he's 2.2 away. Turtle is doing brilliantly so far, but Fernando is also flying. He wants to get on and maybe try close the gap and win. He is going well right now. Fernando looks rapid. Fernando looks quick. Can he get DRS on the main straight though from Zongo? Has he done enough? He has. He will have DRS. It won't do much, but it'll close the gap, definitely, for turn one. Ooh, bad exit, a lot of wheel spin from Zongo. So maybe he could go for a move. But Zongo's a lot more battery than Fernando. Fernando's drained his DRS. But can he go for a move into turn one now with the DRS to help guide him into that turn? He's not quite close enough. Whoa. Little contact there, but no damage. No visible damage on the Aston Martin. As that's a Birchall safety car. That's going to really anger people like Fernando, who wants to get P2, and this is going to take away a few racing opportunities, should I say, to get past Zongo. Which makes that a little bit harder. As Ma is now out of the race. Another drive-through. Guys, just don't speed. VSC's harder in fairness, as Dark Ben is side by side with Fernando into the hairpin on the worst tyres, on the mediums. But he's still going for the podium here. It looked unlikely, but he might do it. They're going to go side by side. Oh, but Zongo is in the way. Oh, and Fernando beautifully avoids Dark Ben and gets past Zongo in the process to get P2. It's a shame I wasn't on board with him. Contact there between them two. Zongo isn't close enough though. That was great stuff. Whoa, not good stuff there. Rid the curb a bit too much. These three are going at it now for P2. Turtles ran away with it a little bit. He's now 4 seconds away. But these three for P2, for the last two podium positions, are really gunning for it. What a race it has been. No one's run away with it really, other than now Turtle, but even still there's a battle for P3 and P2. So many time penalties. ERS, Jordy with a great race. A little look up there from Zongo. He's going to have to go quite... Not at all, actually. He'll have DRS though. Maybe to go for a win on Fernando. He will try around the outside into the World Champions side by side. Oh, Fernando backs out. Luckily, because side by side through there will not work. Oh, but then look at this into turn 1. Fernando and Dark Ben side by side. Zongo just in the way of them both though. And Fernando has lost 2 positions in about 3 turns. About 3 or 4 turns, he's lost 2 positions. And he's no longer in the podium. What happened there? I couldn't even see. And he's not only not in the podium, he's now not even in the P4 or P5 positions. He's P6. He lost 2 positions and then lost 2 more. What a unfortunate set of events there. To lose a pretty guaranteed podium, I would say. Or some good points for sure. Just too eager again in that same sector. Sector 1, he's just been too aggressive, really. But the battle for P2 continued between Zongo and Dark Ben. But Turtle starts the final lap now. I'm sure he's going to feel so relieved to see no one behind him. He's going to feel a huge sigh of relief as he starts his final lap now. The win for him is pretty much secured. But P2 and P3 is not. Zongo doesn't have long at all though. He's got about 3 kilometers left. Maybe a little bit more to try sneak P2. He deserves P2, he deserves it. Dark Ben qualified P5 and he's ahead of him. Will the DRS be able to get the move done? Dark Ben with a bit more battery though, in fairness. Oh, Fernando get time penalty as well. What are you playing at, Fernando? No, it's not going to be enough, is it? Not going to be enough between them two. But further ahead of the racetrack, it's Turtle coming onto the final turn in a very chaotic display of events in Canada, wins the race and in style. What a chaotic race. But it's gone to a man who arguably deserved it the most. Arguably, keyword there. His name, Turtle Master, takes the win in Canada. P2, Dark Ben, out of nowhere really. He was never really involved in the fight. A good 20 seconds away from P3, but he's P2. Zongo, P3, Robin P4, Ivan P5. And, you know, the Ferrari is such a dickhead. Yeah, but the man who could have won as well finds himself in P6. What a shame, huh? Fernando definitely deserved more. Ivan, you had a great race, mate. You had a great race. Qualified, what's that, like P13? To find himself in P5? Wonderful stuff. Wonderful race. Same with the RS. Qualified P17. P7. I did not see that coming at all. There's 2 sides to a coin. One side, the winner, Turtle Master, loving life. The other side, tails, Fernando, Goat Onzo, probably hating life, or hating this race, or this game at least, because he definitely could have won this Grand Prix, but he's only going to get P6. Yeah, you're already with a great race, but the podium celebrations start now for that man in the black suit, for the silver arrows. Thank you. Wins the Canadian Grand Prix. What a race. P3, the top 3 should I say, so close for most of that race until Fernando had that spin. But even then, there were some great battles for P1 and P3. Wow. And that is the order. And Total Master even gets fastest lap by 4/10 as well. 4/10 clear. Gets fastest lap to get 26 points. Just to make things even better. Penalties galore, definitely. A lot of penalties. But wow, what a race. Top 3 really gunning for it. It's a shame to see Fernando down there in P6 after qualifying P2. But that was a good drive from Turtle. But that is the Canadian Grand Prix. I'll see you tomorrow for Tier 4 as well. But for now, I'll see you next week for Tier 3. What is it, Tier 3? Is it Netherlands, the next race? I'll have a look now. Apologies. Yeah, I'll see you next week for the Dutch Grand Prix, where apparently Fernando is quite quick. So we'll keep an eye, see what he can do. GG's everyone, good night. I'll see you all next week, or join me tomorrow for Tier 4. Goodbye everyone, thank you for joining. Ciao ciao, good night.